Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ-Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing my time. Doing my time. Got myself a problem.
Live from San Diego, it's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
All blown
me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Sports World Radio's NFL Real Talk Show. How's everybody doing today? 1 hour, commercial-free. That's right, no commercials, just NFL Real Talk for 1 straight hour. We're going to talk about the game that was Thursday night. We're talking about the game that was first today. We'll talk about the game that's going on a little bit right now. We'll pick all the games that are for tomorrow and Monday. And you're saying we? That's right. I'll tell you who's with me in just a minute. Let me get all the particulars out of the way first, and then we'll bring in the gang. Jeff Escow here hosting NFL Real Talk. You can find us on Sports World Radio over there on Facebook at facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. We're also on Twitter at twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. You're listening to us on SportsWorldRadio.com. Head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com. While you're over there, click the Donate tab at the top of the page there. You'll see the Donate tab. You click that and donate to Sports World Radio. Excuse me. Trying to keep doing what we like to do here at Sports World Radio, so just help us out and donate to us. And after all, Christmas is coming, boys and girls, so give us a hand. Excuse me. Donate to Sports World Radio at sportsworldradio.com over there and just click the donate button. If you want to come and hang out in the chat room with us, we're over at Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.com. Spreaker.com. Get yourself a free account over there. Then type in Sports World Radio. The show will pop up in the bottom of your screen. Just click the bubble over there, all the way to the right before the volume button and before the share button. Click the bubble button and you will be in the chat room chatting away. 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number to give us a call here at Sports World Radio for NFL Real Talk. Now, with all the particulars out of the way, what do you say, hey, we bring the gang in? Of course, always joining me every Monday through Friday, my good friend and co-host of Sports World Radio and, of course, NFL Real Talk, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on there, buddy?
Good evening, Jeff, and welcome everybody to the NFL Real Talk. 9:06 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 6:06 p.m. on the West. Who cares if you live in Central? And he beat me to that.
Dude, I beat you.
Anybody who lives in the mountains, who really cares? On a wet, rainy day. No snow here. Looks like it's going to be not a white Christmas. How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing good. Of course, that voice you just heard is our good friend who joins us every Tuesday and Thursday in the second hour of the show. The big win, Frank Sprankle. What's going on, buddy?
By the way, I would like to encourage you people to donate to Sports World Radio. It's a good cause. We bring you the best in sports talk. And after all, we need you to donate because I'm tired of being canned crap every night.
There you go. Right from the man who's part of Sports World Radio himself. And then, of course, always joining us every single week, not on the lines, but in the chat room and producing the show and the program director of the show, Mr. Josh Lopez. What's going on there, bud?
The controversial encyclopedia man is in the house. I got to say my condolences to Double A and Browning in the chat room. We'll get to that in a couple minutes.
You're sticking it to him, aren't you?
Dude, what's so controversial?
He is controversial.
Dude, controversy's awesome.
All right.
That's what we do.
Anyway,
That's what we
this
do
is
here
the
on Sports
NFL
World
Real
Radio.
Talk. The first game we get to. Hey, Thursday Night Football. Did anybody watch this game?
No.
Jaguars hosting the Titans.
No.
I did.
Hey, Josh, I tell you, whatever it is, you are lucky. The Jaguars have helped you out in the pick'em. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times.
I have a question. Why was this game not played? Dude, I have a question. Why was this game not played in Bosnia?
You want to know something? This game was such a little importance to me, I didn't even pick the game.
You didn't pick the game. Wait. Don't you get points for picking? Dude, listen. Don't you get points for picking the game?
Yeah, but I didn't even, Frank. I didn't care so much. I cared so little about it. I didn't even pick it in this week's Pick'em.
What would you ever watch? This or a meaningless preseason game?
Okay, you want to know
How
something?
in the blue hell did this game get clearance?
You want to know
That's
something?
how I'm trying to know.
I know. Here, check this out. That game was Thursday, right?
Yep.
Yes.
My TV was on one channel from 11 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the morning, pretty much, except from 12:30 to 1:30 because I watched Craig Ferguson. But besides that, it was on from 11 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the morning. One channel. I watched all day long, all night long. One show, one channel. They have a marathon every Thursday, and I watch it. Blue Bloods. Every freaking Thursday. I watched like freaking umpteen million episodes. It was great. I didn't even watch the football game. I didn't care about the football game. I didn't even pick the football game.
Wait, what did you watch? What again did you watch 18 million episodes of?
Blue Bloods.
Oh. Did you know FXX aired every Simpsons episode in chronological order a few months ago?
Who gives a flying Fig Newton?
So that was a meaningless game. Didn't get a point. I don't really care about going over this game. However, this afternoon in Washington, D.C., Browning and Double A have said, screw football. This is bad. The Redskins beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Browning messaged me, Jeff. He was very upset after the game.
Poor baby. Get over it.
Yeah, can I say this? Dude, Christmas is 5 days away. Why don't you count your blessings? Do something. Dude, I got a good idea for Brownie. Maybe Brownie, you know what? Maybe Brownie should go out and drink a whole bottle of vodka. I don't know.
Well, Christmas is the time to be happy, and I know that they're not happy because the Eagles are probably going to be mathematically eliminated.
Their Christmas gift is the 76ers being the worst team in the NBA and the Eagles watching the playoffs this year.
Yeah, Browning, Merry Christmas. You just got a Christmas gift. The Eagles don't make the playoffs. How terrible is that?
Look what he said. Dude, shut up, Sean.
Dude, they could be eliminated tomorrow. And by the way, you know what this means? This means the Detroit Lions are heading to the playoffs. Now, they have not clinched the NFC North, but the Detroit Lions are in the playoffs.
And the Chargers are about to be eliminated from the playoff picture, too, because they're losing 14-0.
I'll make a prediction here. Okay, Mark Sanchez has won 4 playoff games, but I'm going to still say this. You can put him up there with Tony Romo. He is a below-average quarterback at best. What a bad way to end it. He throws a pick when they're driving right in midfield.
Isn't that vintage Mark Sanchez when he was wearing the pain green? I said pain green, not gangrene, but the pain green of the New York Jets.
Hey,
he's a modern-day Vinny Testaverde.
Hey, you know what? It's same green uniform, just a different team.
Yep.
Okay, listen. Maybe Mark Sanchez needs to go to a team that doesn't wear green. Maybe
Exactly.
the green. Maybe there's something bad about green.
Exactly. He needs to get out of
Maybe it's bad luck. I have no idea.
He needs to get away from the color green.
So there we go.
He needs to join Tim Tebow on the commentating desk on ESPN.
Well, those are the only 2 teams that have green, right?
Yep.
So.
What about the Packers? Don't they have a little bit of green for their jerseys when they play at home?
Yeah, but they're more yellow and white than they are
wait a
green.
minute. Doesn't Green Bay have a quarterback?
Yeah, doesn't Green Bay have a quarterback, you jackass? What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, that's my point.
The Eagles, who go to 9-6, will now focus their energies on rooting for the Indianapolis Colts to beat the Dallas Cowboys tomorrow afternoon in Big D.
And you know what's even going to be funnier than that, Sean? Next week, the Eagles are going to be rooting for Washington to beat Dallas.
That's right. Philadelphia would need to beat the New York Football Giants on the road for the final weekend of the season, and then hope that Dallas loses to the Redskins.
Giants are going to knock the Eagles right out of the playoffs.
That would create a 10-6 tie atop the NFC East, with the Eagles, gentlemen, claiming first place because they hold the tiebreaker based on a better division record.
Dallas is going to lose tomorrow. They're gonna beat Washington, right? Or they're gonna beat Washington, and Eagles are gonna need to win to get in, and they're gonna lose.
Wait a minute. Didn't we doubt the Dallas Cowboys before this freaking season even began?
Yeah, well, we can't have everything, man.
Yeah, we can't. That's sad.
Gary's not here because he's a wussy. Next game, Sean.
All right, Browning, I know you're in deep mourning, but you got to get over it, bud. The game going on right now, San Francisco beating San Diego 14-0, but here are the games for tomorrow. The Detroit Lions, and Josh, you're going to be going to this game at the Chicago Bears tomorrow afternoon, the first early game.
You know what? I know I'm going to be ridiculed. I might be called dumb. I might be called uninhibited or a homer and all this nonsensical terms. But
do it, Josh.
You know what? I've been proven otherwise. Every time every other quarterback besides Jake Cutler's on the field, they find a way with success with Mark Trestman. So you know what? Jimmy Clausen is 1-9 as a quarterback in the NFL, but he's going to get his second win tomorrow. I'm going to go with the Bears.
I defer. I want to hear what you guys have to say first.
I'll go next. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions in this game. They know it's pivotal. They have to beat the Bears tomorrow and then set up a big, big matchup for the NFC North Division between Detroit and Green Bay, which is a week from tomorrow.
Damn right it's pitiful. I'm taking Detroit. Ain't no way I'm picking those Bears.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this. Could we see that Detroit-Green Bay game being flexed to Sunday Night Football?
Sure.
I think that's a Sunday night game.
Well, there's not the actual scheduled Sunday night game next week.
Okay, Josh. No, there is a Sunday night game. It'll be flexed.
Not next
I'll find
week.
that out
There is-
tomorrow.
Frank,
tomorrow
there
night.
is
But let me say this.
Frank, there is
Josh,
no
go ahead.
There is no Sunday night game or Monday night game next week.
But there was a Sunday night
Nope,
game.
there is no Sunday night game or Monday night game. All the games are played on Saturday and Sunday.
Is there? Go ahead.
Oh,
Sean.
go ahead. I was just going to say, here's Josh, since Chicago, what's the move with the Bears, and what do they they know they're not going to make the playoffs, but what can they learn from this going into next year?
Okay, you know what? Do you know what the saying has been on my part about Jay Cutler's season? Jay Cutler has been sacked like you wouldn't believe. He's thrown his share of picks. He's had trouble holding on to the football, and he's been sacked. Jay Cutler has officially gone from grabbing some grass to grabbing some bench.
You think?
There's no question about it. Look, as far as Jimmy Clausen goes, hey, he's going up against the number one defense in the NFL. If he wants to be a proven quarterback, he's got to go out there and beat the Detroit Lions tomorrow. However,
after the performance you saw on Monday night against New Orleans.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Jimmy Clausen can have. Listen. Jimmy Clausen has got to have an elite game tomorrow. He has got to be. He has got to. He's got to. It's got to be a game in which he's going to look like Peyton Manning, to be quite honest, or Tom Brady, because that Bear defense can do nothing. You can bench Jay Cutler, but is that good enough? Absolutely not. You still have a pathetic defense out there. I'm taking the Detroit Lions in this one. Pathetic as a defense. You know what? All you do, Reggie Bush is back. You run the ball with Reggie Bush about 50 times, and on third down, if you're Matthew Stafford, you try to find Megatron, because that's what happened on Thanksgiving Day when these two teams played in Detroit. Megatron just burned the Bears. So you know what? This defense is pathetic. I'm taking Detroit.
You know, it's made out this whole week listening to Chicago media throughout this whole week. It's like the cure for insomnia. Like, it's really rough. I mean, you hear Carmen and Yurko saying the same crap over and over and over again throughout the whole season. They're about to have heart attacks on air over stuff that we have no control over with.
Josh,
we knew already before the
It's worse every week, Josh. This gets.
It doesn't matter. They're not making the
Can this get
playoffs.
any worse?
Well,
It
here's
doesn't
the way.
matter.
Here's the thing. Chicago fans can start focusing on the Bulls and on the Blackhawks, because those two teams are making it happy for Chicago fans there, and baseball won't be long either. The next game we get to, gentlemen, it'll be the Minnesota Vikings traveling down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Boy, everybody jump at once. I'm gonna take Miami.
I'm going to take Miami too. Minnesota, listen, Minnesota, this is a team that has just been poor, mediocre. Miami there at home. Fins for me.
I'll go with the Dolphins too, even though this is a meaningless game. Miami is pretty much booted out of playoff contention, and Josh, I had to break that to you, buddy, because you're the one that really thought Miami had a shot this year to win the AFC East division.
Well, they won't win the East, but they still have a chance to make the wild card. So I'll go with Miami.
Very tough. Very tough because the Dolphins need a lot of teams to lose in that AFC to have a shot maybe at the 2 wild card spots.
Dude, Miami's on life support.
Yep. The next game, the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints, and I'll tell you, Drew Brees, phenomenal on Monday night at Chicago. I have got to go with the Saints in this one. Big game in the NFC South, especially for a pathetic NFC South division.
Frank?
How many games have the Saints lost consecutively at home? 4?
Yeah.
The Saints cannot be this bad. And I honestly think with their win against the Bears last week, look, I think they're starting to turn it around. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team. New Orleans will win this game. They will win the division. I'm taking the Saints over the Falcons in the Dome tomorrow, but they're not going to go far in the playoffs.
Look how, before we get to you, Jeff and Josh, look how bad the NFC South is. New Orleans 6-8, Carolina 5-8, Atlanta 5-9, and Tampa Bay 2-12. And still, yet you could have a team that's 7-9 or 8-8 that could get into the playoffs. Unbelievable.
Unbelievably stupid. How about that?
It is. And Jeff and I are saying there should be no team that should make the playoffs with that record. And host a playoff game, Frank, the first weekend of Saturday.
San Francisco just picked off Phillip Rivers and ran it back for a touchdown.
Jeez.
It's 21-0 San Francisco.
Josh,
Hey,
your thoughts? Your thoughts, Josh, on this game between Atlanta and New Orleans?
The worst thing about this whole playoff scenario is that the Saints or the Panthers or whoever wins that division is going to host a home playoff game, and then they could make the next round, as opposed to a team that has like a 10-win record and barely made the wild card. It's ridiculous. But I'm going to go with the Saints at home. Atlanta is just horrible on defense, and they cause too many turnovers. It's going to be a turnover fest because as much interceptions Matt Ryan throws, Drew Brees throws a lot of interceptions as well.
I'm taking New Orleans as well at home. Who knows what the hell's going to happen with these damn two teams.
And the Falcons, the only way the Falcons will be able to win is to go in the Dome and keep their hopes alive. But, yeah, Josh, it is a pathetic NFC South division because everybody's so bad. But, hey, it happened to the Seahawks. Remember Frank and Josh and Jeff? 7-9, and they won the division and actually won a playoff game with the 7-9 record.
Yeah, it was because of that stadium. Remember Beastquake's touchdown? You remember that touchdown actually set off an earthquake?
Yep. That's right. 21 minutes after the hour on the NFL Real Talk. Easy game here. New England Patriots at the New York Jets. I'll go first. Patriots. Easy. They'll blow them out.
The only way I would take the New York Jets is if I were on crack. New England.
Josh, New England at the Jets. What do you think?
I could give 2 fake Newtons about it. I'm not watching it. I'll go with the Patriots. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo could be starting for the Patriots, and they'll still win.
I'm taking the Patriots, too. Who are they playing? A high school team?
They're playing the New Jersey Jets.
Yeah, a CFL team, Jeff.
Dude, Jeff, you know what they're playing? They're playing the junior varsity. That's how bad the Jets are. They're playing the junior varsity team.
It's okay. I'm not watching that game. So
you're not going to be missing, dude. You're not going to be missing much.
Right.
The Kansas City Chiefs. This is a big one at the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know, Wes, wherever you're listening, I know who you're going for in that one.
Who you going for, Wes? Huh? Who you going for, Wes?
Probably on his G-Fix show, he's probably saying, Steelers Nation, baby, in the Berg, the Berg.
I got your Berg right here. Bend over, shut up, and don't touch me.
Dude, wait, let me ask you this. Is Wes gonna bring the GS show? Listen, is he going to bring the show into the parking lot at Heinz Field tomorrow?
He's not even going to the game. He doesn't even live in Pittsburgh.
Dude, you don't have to live in Pittsburgh to bring your show to the parking lot, dude.
Yeah, you know something, gentlemen, at least we don't have to be in Wes's house because
but Frank,
Wes
I hate to
says
tell
he
you
goes
something.
nuts and he gets upset with the officials when the Steelers get
Frank, I hate to tell you something, Frank. There's a lot of equipment to bring. It's not just a laptop and a microphone. There's a lot of equipment to bring. There's microphones, there's mixers, there's computers, there's stands. There's a lot of wires. There's a lot of equipment to bring when you do a show properly, like myself and Wes. To bring all you guys in. There's 2 computers running. There's a mixer. There's a microphone, you know. There's a lot of crap. Got to have power. You got to have lots of power. And you got to have an internet for 2 computers.
Don't forget you have to hire private security.
Yeah, because you're going to get bugged on, man.
This is a big matchup, too, when you think about this game. Because, gentlemen, Pittsburgh knows they have to win against Kansas City, and then they have to host the Cincinnati Bengals in order to win the AFC North Division. I'll go with the Steelers in this game, but I can't wait for a week from tomorrow, just how big that game will be.
Well, I'm going with the Steelers, too, based on the fact that the Chiefs aren't really a good team on the road. They play well at home. Yeah, that's my point exactly. I got to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers because you're talking about a tale of 2 teams. The Chiefs that play at Arrowhead that seem to be dominant, and the Chiefs that play away from Arrowhead that seem to lose its luster. Pittsburgh for me.
Josh?
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh because I trust their offense more than I do Kansas City. I think that's a key factor when it comes to this AFC North race. You know, you could have as much good defense as the Bengals and the Ravens have, but their offenses are very inconsistent. And, I mean, it was their defense that got them the 30-0 shutout against the Browns last week. But at the end of the day, I trust Pittsburgh with their experience and their offense more than anybody. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
Jeff?
Everybody took Pittsburgh, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, why? Is it gonna be a clean sweep or is it gonna be 3-on-1?
It's gonna be 3-on-1. It's gonna be 3-on-1, baby. I'm taking Kansas City.
It's a handicap match. Hey,
3 against
Josh?
2.
Oh, wait, who took
3 against 2 because Browning says he's going with the Chiefs in the upset. He's got New England, the Saints, and the Vikings.
Well, he don't count.
Listen, I like
He don't
Browning,
count.
but dude, he's not on this show.
Exactly.
We're
He's not on
outnumbering
the
you
phone.
3-1, buddy.
He's not on the phone. He don't count.
Well, I'm just telling you who his picks were, too.
That's okay.
That's all right. You know what? We'll give him, since considering that this is 3-on-1, we'll still make it a handicap match, and it's 3-on-2.
Well, I hate to tell you something, Frank. Have you seen the size of Andrew? He's the size of freaking you and Sean put together. So it's really 3-on-3 with me and Andrew.
Dude, you know what? Lower the steel cage. Dude, lower the steel cage.
Andrew's like the Big Show.
War games.
Andrew's like the Big Show. He'll beat the crap out of all of you. So all I got to do is just stand there and laugh.
The next game we get to, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Green Bay Packers, and this is an easy one for me. I'll take the Packers in this one.
I'm taking the Cheeseheads.
Green Bay has to play better than they did last Sunday. Aaron Rodgers had one of the worst performances, Josh and Frank, ever in his career. He was awful when they lost to Buffalo.
I don't care. I'm still taking the Cheeseheads. He ain't going to do it 2 weeks in a row.
Do you know it's possible the Packers or the Lions can win the division tomorrow, that being the NFC North?
Yeah, I know. How great is that?
Well, here's what's got to happen. The Bears have got to beat the Lions, and the Packers have got to beat the Buccaneers, and the Packers have the division. But if the Buccaneers beat the Packers and the Lions beat the Bears, then the Lions win the NFC North.
And who would have thought before the start of the season that the Detroit Lions would be the team winning the NFC North? I know I didn't pick them. I went with the Packers before the season began. But, Josh, I believe with our picks, I remember you had something where you went against Green Bay. Didn't think they would win the NFC North.
No, I don't. That's why I'm not picking them in this game. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay.
Oh, my God.
The Buccaneers? What?
Yep.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you this. If Josh's predictions hold true, the Buccaneers beating the Packers and the Bears beating the Lions, then you know what that means? There's going to be that Week 17 showdown at Lambeau Field for the NFC North. It will be the NFC North championship game between the Lions and the Packers. Mm-hmm. So you know what, Josh? Hey, if you're right, then we have our NFC North championship game.
And I have to say this, though. Josh has been right on the teams that aren't very good that have played spoiler. He picked Oakland a couple times, and he picked Jacksonville. So, Josh, anything is possible.
I said, dude, why do I have a feeling we may see Josh on 60 Minutes talking to him, his information the NFL is fixed. Dude, you may be, dude.
But
He may
Jeff
be on
has
60
to be
Minutes.
there. Jeff has to be there for that 60 minutes.
That's right. I'm his representative.
All right, Jeff went with the Packers, too. I remember him saying that. How about this matchup? The Cleveland Browns at the Carolina Panthers.
Since Johnny Manziel is starting, go Carolina. I'm taking the Panthers.
I have switched. I'm going with the Panthers, too. Johnny Manziel, boy, what a horrible performance. That, if Skippy Bayless thinks that Johnny Manziel is the future for the Browns, he's smoking something really bad.
Let me ask you this. Doesn't the Johnny Manziel Snickers commercials make you want to shoot your TV?
Yeah.
I just turned my TV off.
I change the channel as soon as I see his ugly mug on my TV.
And remember, Josh, you sent me that Skippy quote saying that he said that Johnny Manziel should have been started from day one. Well, look at the performance that we saw last week.
That's why I'm taking Carolina.
Let me ask you this about Skip Bayless. Every morning he wakes up, does he wake up to a big poster of Johnny Manziel?
He wakes up, Frank, he wakes up, he does the Tim Tebow pose, he heads down to the studio, and he's ready to pump his boy Johnny Manziel. It is what it is. But as far as my pick for this game, I'm going to go with the Panthers. I think Johnny Manziel is worse than Tim Tebow, and I think the Browns are going to get shut out for the second straight week.
And here's the thing. All these Cleveland fans, Jeff, come out this year and saying, oh, we're going to be the team that's going to rock. The dog pound's going to be loud. The Browns are going to be good this year.
They were good. You know what? You know what? They were good until they put Johnny Manziel in.
Listen, Manziel, he stunk up the joint. Well, it wasn't just him, it was the entire Cleveland Browns team. Look, even Brian Hoyer, they would have won. But I'll say this. Hopefully Johnny Manziel has learned his lesson. There's a lot of pressure on this start. You know what I call Johnny Manziel? Now get this. You know what I came up with a name for Johnny Manziel. Johnny Footblow. Johnny Footblow.
And for the Panthers, you go to the other side of this game. The Panthers know very well they have to win to keep their hopes alive to win the NFC South Division tomorrow, Frank.
Hey, you know what? That just shows you how pathetic this NFC South Division is. The Carolina Panthers are in contention.
Yep.
If they get it, you know what? If they get into the playoffs, I may not be able to do more sports talk because I'll be dead. I will have dropped dead from a heart attack. I will be in shock.
The 5-8 Panthers, yeah, and they've got a chance to win the NFC South Division, and of course they're trying to deal with Cam Newton in a which was very, very sad there with that automobile accident.
Yeah, thank goodness he's all right. Really.
All right, Baltimore Ravens. This is a big game too, and Adrian, wherever you're listening, they're at the Houston Texans tomorrow. Josh, who you taking between Baltimore and Houston?
I'm going to go with Baltimore. I think my only issue I have with this game because I think Greg Gumbel is calling this game, and I can't stand Greg Gumbel.
What does that have to do with anything?
I can talk about whatever I want.
What's the matter with Greg Gumbel?
I'm going to go with the Ravens. He's annoying. He's a sycophant. He just says everything CBS wants him to say.
Jeez,
a brown-noser.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Is Skip Bayless doing the game tomorrow? Is Skip Bayless doing any of these NFL games tomorrow? You know what, Skip
NFL
Bayless
game should have any clearances. Skip Bayless is doing play-by-play.
Dude, I guarantee you, Skip Bayless probably is hoping he's in Dallas tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, actually, they are because First State's going to be in Dallas this week.
Oh, jeez. Jeff, there you go. Why don't you go to Dallas and try to debate Skip?
I won't go to. You know what? I was in Texas, the state of Texas, and somebody says, "Hey, let's go to Dallas." I said, "I'm not setting foot in that freaking town."
Wait, you're talking about the city, or are you talking about the state?
I was in the state of Texas, but somebody wanted to take me to Dallas. I said, "That ain't gonna happen."
Oh yeah, Jeff, let's go to Dallas. Let's drive all the way up there.
So you're going to Houston, right?
I was in San Antonio.
Okay, so you don't mind visiting Houston or San Antonio or other cities in
Jazzy
Texas?
Jeff, buddy.
Correct.
Jazzy Jeff lives there.
That's who I went to go and visit. I went to go visit Jazzy Jeff for the weekend. Was hanging out with Jazzy Jeff in San Antonio, one of our listeners. I've known him for a very long time. So I went to hang out with Jazzy Jeff for the weekend. He lives in San Antonio. He goes,
Let's take you to some steakhouse.
He goes, let's go to Dallas. I go, screw you.
Dude, well, let me ask you this. Will you go to Arlington, Fort Worth?
Sure.
Jeff,
Just not
you're up
Dallas.
next, bud. Who you taking between Baltimore and Houston?
I really like to see Houston win just to piss Adrian off. But I don't think that's going to happen. And if Baltimore loses one of the final 2 games, they are out of the playoffs. So let's hope that Baltimore loses one of the final 2 games. Either this week or next week. But unfortunately,
another bet has to be paid
yes,
off.
Look,
exactly.
I'm gonna
Beat by Adrian.
I'm taking
Go ahead.
Baltimore. I'm taking
All right,
Baltimore.
I'm going to take Baltimore too. I'm going to go clean sweep here and take the Baltimore Ravens. Although, let me say this Baltimore's not going to the Super Bowl. They'll win tomorrow, but they're not going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what you get, Adrian, wherever you're listening to, because you shot your mouth off back in September saying, oh, the Ravens will be in the Super Bowl. But I'll take the Ravens anyway. Texans are already finished. They're done because the Colts have got the AFC South. The next game, the New York Football Giants traveling to St. Louis to take on the Rams.
Is right.
This is the first late game, so of the afternoon. I'm going to go with the St. Louis Rams in this game.
That's a late game. That's 4:05 on the East Coast. I'm taking. Oh no, that's a Midwest game. So
Yeah, we all know who Jeff's going to go with.
I'm going with the G-men on this game. You think I'm not going to pick them? You're freaking nuts.
I'm going to go the opposite and take the St. Louis Rams. I'm impressed with their defense. I know they lost last week against the Arizona Cardinals, but the fact is, if you look at Eli, he is turnover prone. Hey, didn't his brother have problems with turnovers in that stadium earlier this season?
True.
Two different players.
And of course, another thing about I sent you this article, Josh, and I was going to send it to Jeff, but I know we're focusing on the games. Turns out next year there will not be an NFL team in Los Angeles, so the Rams can stay in St. Louis for another year.
Hey, a good riddance, because I'm tired of all LA sports teams.
Well,
I don't care what
I'm
it is.
tell
The
you something
Lakers,
right
the
now.
Clippers, the Kings, the Queens, the whatever they are, the Bumblebees. I can't sell LA sports.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on
agree.
a second.
Listen,
Hold on. Hold on a second. Wait. The San Diego Chargers made an announcement on Tuesday that they are not leaving San Diego. They're going to play here next year. So the Chargers are out.
So LA. Well, what about the Raiders?
They're the only team left, obviously, huh?
Hey, hold on.
I'll make a bold prediction, and I'll say that Oakland will be out of Oakland, and they'll move to L.A., and they'll become Josh and Frank and Jeff, the L.A. Raiders. That's exactly what will probably happen, just like it was from 82 to 1995 when they were L.A., and then they moved back to Oakland.
As far as this game is concerned, I'm going to go with the Giants. So we got our tag team match. So I'm going to roll with the G-Men.
So it's one fat skinny dude against another fat skinny dude, right?
Cool. The next game we get to, how about this matchup? Indianapolis Colts at the Dallas Cowboys.
Indy.
Jeff's taking the Colts because he would love to see Dallas lose to set up a interesting final weekend in the NFC East. Now here's the situation. Since the Eagles lost today, Dallas wins the NFC East division. The last time was 2007. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts. Josh, you made an interesting point to me, and I didn't know this. DeMarco Murray is out for tomorrow's game.
Yeah, that's the only stat or factor that I need in this game. I'm going to go with the Colts.
Guys, we're outnumbered. This is a handicap match. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys.
Whoa!
You can almost sense these type of games. Big stage, a lot of hype. You can anticipate something special is going to happen. Now, granted, the Colts, they have already clinched their division. This is huge for the Colts because they are trying to get one of those top 2 seeds. I don't think they're going to get it, but they're still in contention. But as far as the Cowboys are concerned, I want to see how they can do against this Indianapolis defense.
Frank.
Go ahead.
When was the last time Tony Romo showed up for a big game?
Never.
Exactly. There's your
Hold
answer.
on. They can get into Hold on. They get into the playoffs. That will be a big game. Then we'll see Tony Romo not show up.
And they'll lose.
They'll lose in the playoffs.
I don't even think he's going to show up for this game. Because he doesn't have DeMarco Murray. He's
I
safety
think it's going to be close. Well, DeMarco Murray's out. That's going to be a huge factor.
Yeah, he doesn't have his safety net with him, so I think he's going to have a little problem tomorrow. In fact, I hope he has a major problem tomorrow, the son of a bitch.
And Jerry Jones is happy because the Cowboys are 10-4, and he says, "Yeah, how about them Cowboys? Huh? How about them?"
Okay, fine. You make the playoffs.
Anything after 8 wins is good for him, so he's complacent, even though when he knows his team still sucks.
Do they make the playoffs at 10-6?
Hey, Arizona was 10-6 last year, and they missed the playoffs.
Yep. It happened to the Giants too. They went 10-6 the year the Seahawks.
Watch out for Dez Bryant with DeMarco Murray out. You know that's going to put more pressure on Tony Romo to deliver the deep ball. I think he's going to have Dez Bryant in his sight quite a bit.
Yeah, it's T.O. Jr., the crybaby.
I have to say this. When I watched that game between Dallas and Philadelphia last weekend, when they jumped up 21-0, I said, looks like Dallas will be on to an easy victory. And then when they blew it, I was like, oh, here comes the typical Tony Romo choke for the Dallas Cowboys. But then he took the crowd right out of it when they went up 28-24. And Dez Bryant's been very big for them all year. Think about it. He had 3 touchdowns in that game against the Eagles. But it's still going to be interesting to see how well they play against the Colts. And I know Jerry Jones would just love to celebrate a win at home tomorrow in the NFC East division. But it all comes down, if Dallas makes the playoffs, which is likely to happen, then it's going to come down to this, gentlemen. Can the Cowboys win the big games for the playoffs? Because remember, they are 2-7 in the last 9 playoff games.
Fine, go ahead, win. But let's see you show up. Let's see you try to show up in the playoffs.
Absolutely, that's the point. How about this matchup, Josh and Frank and Jeff? Buffalo at Oakland.
Buffalo and Oakland. Oh my goodness. Hey, you know what? If Buffalo can beat Green Bay, Buffalo will crush Oakland tomorrow.
You're not going to put a Raiders profile picture on your Skype, will you, Frank?
No, I'm done with that. That's only a 1 week. That's only a 1 week deal.
Never forget when you did that.
Thank God. Get that freaking Raider thing off my freaking Skype.
Dude, don't you think? Listen. Do you guys know I want to go into coaching? Don't you think the Raiders could use my services?
Frank is
they can use you for PR services.
Actually, you want to know something? You live in Chicago.
I think PR, dude. I want to go into coaching.
Hey, Frank, actually, you live in Chicago. I think the Bears can use your services. You might as well just stay right there.
Dude, could you imagine that? Frank Sprinkle, the head coach of the Chicago Bears.
Oh, jeez. And then you can make Josh defensive coordinator.
Dude,
yeah, I played defense in high school.
Dude, you know what? You know how I would prepare? Seriously. Playing Madden. That's how I would prepare my playbook. You can create your own playbook in Madden.
Well, I'll take the Buffalo Bills in this game. They're having one of the best seasons since 2004. And the last time the Bills were this good, you even have to go back to the 90s in the Jim Kelly era. But they'll easily get past Oakland, but they won't get past New England because they've had struggles against them in the past.
Is there any conceivable chance if Buffalo wins, they still have a chance to make the wild card?
It would depend, Josh, because what it comes down to is they would need a number of teams in that AFC who are battling and in the hunt for the AFC wild card just to get in there. And, of course, Kyle Orton has to step up and be big. And, Josh, what's your thoughts on the Buffalo-Oakland game?
Man. Damn.
Hey, you know what?
Go ahead, Frank.
Well, I can tell you some of my thoughts. For those that live in Buffalo and in the Bay Area, it sucks to be you because you get to miss out on Dallas and Indianapolis.
Oh.
I'm gonna go.
True.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Yep.
Oh, the Raiders! Well, Josh, oh my gosh. Buccaneers against the Packers, and now you're going to take the Raiders against the Bills. I do know Josh got a point, remember, Frank, between that Oakland-San Francisco game. So
yeah, and you know what? I lived up, too. Don't I live up to my bets?
Hey,
I asked you a question. Don't I live up to my bets?
Frank, are you going to make a bet with this game, too? I want to see that. I want to see a Buffalo thing on there now.
Wait a minute. I'm saying Buffalo's going to win this game.
And then what happens if they lose, Jeff? Then you want to see a Raiders Skype profile picture for a week that Frank puts up on his Skype?
No, because
yeah, do you want me to come in and do the show on Tuesday with the Raider emblem on it?
No, I'm going with Buffalo.
Okay,
The Bills.
he's going with Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo. There ain't no stinking way I'm taking the Raiders.
Those poor Raider fans. It's been a lonely year in Oakland. The Sunday night game. How about this one? Big matchup in this division for the NFC West. How about this? Seattle at Arizona. Sunday night football.
Yeah, the game of the week.
I'm taking Seattle.
No, go ahead, Jeff.
I'm taking Seattle. They're on a roll. I'm taking Seattle.
Frank?
If you're the Arizona Cardinals, you're down to your third-string quarterback while the Seattle Seahawks have been clicking. The Seattle Seahawks are starting to put it together. I'm going Seahawks all the way, baby.
Yippity-doo-dah.
I'll go next. Seattle Seahawks. They're clicking at the right time. They knocked San Francisco out of playoff contention last weekend. Everybody had their doubts. Remember when they were like 6-4? Everybody says, "Oh, Seahawks are done," but they're still the defending Super Bowl champions until somebody beats them, and they're playing like the Super Bowl champions. And Arizona, you better hope and pray you win that game tomorrow, because you do not, you're in trouble come Week 17 for that NFC West.
No, they're not in trouble. They clinched a playoff berth already.
Yeah, but it depends on seeding, though, Josh. In the NFC, they could drop from like the first or second seed to maybe a wild card team.
Oh, poor babies. They're not going to go far anyway. I got no stinking quarterback.
Hey, wasn't there talk? Listen, wasn't there some discussion of rotating quarterbacks?
Some, but I don't think it's going to happen.
That would never work.
No.
What is this, high school ball?
Yes.
And Josh, your thoughts on this key game in the NFC West tomorrow on NBC between Seattle and Arizona?
You just got to stick that NBC in there, don't you?
Before the season started, I said before, I think I was the only one on the show that actually thought the Cardinals would win or at least make the playoffs. So I'm sticking to my convictions. I'm going to go with Arizona because defense wins championships and they're at home.
Going with the Cards. Oh, boy.
The Cards for Arizona.
Monday Night Football on ESPN. It'll be the There you go. Broncos taking on the Bengals. I'm going first. Come on, Bengals. Andy Dalton have a big game and light it up against Omaha, boy.
Omaha, boy.
Dude, this game is being played in Cincinnati. Ain't like you're going to be Omaha'd out.
Andy Dalton's boring. That's why I'm snoring.
He's going to be freezing his ass off there, Mr. Peyton Manning.
Nationwide is on your side.
Ain't going to be on his side freaking Monday night. I'll tell you that.
Okay, here's who I'm going with. Nothing beats that new car smell.
So, Frank, I'll take it you're going with Denver on Monday night.
Oh, yes. Have a Papa John's pizza or two. Taking the Broncos.
That is so funny. I can't laugh.
Denver right now. Denver is 11-3. They have the AFC West division clinched, and I'm still wondering, Frank, will they be clutch in the playoffs when that time comes for the Broncos? I don't think
so. Listen. I got to question the running game, and I got to question the defense. This can't all revolve around Peyton Manning when you want that championship team. And if you take a look, Sean, at the team that you root for week in and week out, that's the New England Patriots. That's the team out of the AFC I don't want to play right now. I'll be honest. If it comes down to Denver and New England and the game were being played in Denver, I would still have to take New England.
Yeah, absolutely. And Josh, your thoughts on the Denver-Cincinnati game?
Keep me on my hot set hot.
That was pretty cool, Josh.
I'm going to go with the Broncos. Andy Dalton sucks, especially on primetime games. There's no reason to watch his games. It's like watching Jay Cutler on a primetime game. So I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Josh, I've seen you on Facebook posting about going, doggone Peyton Manning, pass the ball, throw some touchdowns.
Well, I didn't know they're throwing the football like a freaking like they're playing Madden earlier in the season, and now they want to hand the ball off.
They want to read the running game. They want to run the football.
Yeah.
Jeff, I take it you're going with your dark horse team.
Damn Skippy I am. Cincinnati's going to beat Denver.
Poor Broncos.
That's right. Cincinnati's going to beat Denver. That Cincinnati defense is going to shove freaking the ball right down Peyton Manning's throat.
And this is a game the Bengals have to win because at Pittsburgh, and that was a game I can't wait when it gets here for Week 17. And I know Wes will be paying close attention to that Monday night game.
That game's not going to be nothing because Pittsburgh's going to lose, and Cincinnati's going to win, and Cincinnati's going to clinch the division this week. Watch.
And then here's what Wes will do. He'll come up with another excuse. He says, blame it on the officials. They always screw the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I get gypped.
Hey, you think Brownie and Double A blame the officials for the Redskins being the Eagles today?
If you can't blame it on them, he'll blame it on.
Yeah, you know you can blame it on Mark Sanchez.
And then how about this, Frank? Wes will say it's all about inches, and the Steelers get screwed by officiating even against the weakest teams, which is an absolute joke.
How about it comes down to your team just couldn't make the plays.
How about it just comes down to your team sucks?
Yeah, admit it. Dude, I'm admitting the Chicago Bears suck. They're absolutely pathetic. They're horrible. What do you want me to say? Do you want to say, oh, the Chicago Bears are great? Oh, my goodness. I can't wait till next year. They're going to be terrific. No, the Chicago Bears are absolutely a joke. As a matter of fact, with what we've seen from the Chicago Bears over the last few weeks, they have surpassed the Washington Redskins in terms of the NFL's dysfunctional story.
Question with the Bengals, though, when we look at that team, they make the playoffs, they clinch the division, but can they actually get the monkey off their back and win a playoff game? That's still been their problem. Always getting to the playoffs and then getting knocked out in the AFC wild card.
Oh,
no, because Andy Dalton's their quarterback.
Yeah, and he hasn't been very good in the postseason. But Andy Dalton probably realizes, Josh, my time is coming.
You know what? Just for giggles, I hope Cincinnati and the Cowboys meet in the freaking Super Bowl.
Who would have thought that were possible?
How about that?
You wonder what kind of ratings that would get for the NFL.
I'd be rooting like a bastard for freaking Cincinnati. Are you kidding me?
And you wonder what Skippy would say.
Skippy would say at the end of the game on Monday, he would say, man, that Andy Dalton is a good football player. No kidding.
Yeah, then you know what? Here's what we'll hear from Skip Bayless. Throughout the spring and summer, he'll be on the Cincinnati Bengals bandwagon.
Hey, Skippy's going to be like, Jason Garrett's going to motivate the Cowboys like Vince Lombardi motivated the Packers.
Oh, and I'm going to choke on that really bad. Hey, let's get to the scores. Denver and Cincinnati. I'm taking Denver's going to have 17, Cincinnati 21.
Ooh, that's a close one, Jeff. I'm going to go 23-15, the Bengals over the Broncos.
I'm going to go 2 possessions, 24-14 Broncos over the Bengals.
Oh, jeez.
Josh?
Broncos 41, Bengals 10.
Oh, my God.
You're calling a blowout. Oh, yeah, because Josh wants to see Manning throw the ball in the air instead of running the football.
Peyton Manning, Omaha us out.
Seattle 26.
Won't you please shut the hell up?
Seattle. Okay, hold on,
pretty
boys.
Awesome, dude.
Hold on, boys. Seattle 26, Arizona
Seattle,
23.
Arizona.
Yeah, 26-23, Seattle.
Okay, I'm going to go. I'll say 28-10, Seattle over Arizona.
Seahawks win 27-13 at Arizona in the desert.
Josh?
Arizona 12, Seattle 9.
Who do you got scoring? Oh, God.
So you're saying it's going to be a field goal game like that one Thursday night between.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm telling you, the NFL may be fixed, and Josh knows something about it.
Whatever.
Dude, can you imagine? Listen, Josh, here's what we're going to do. We're going to see Josh with his voice disguise, and we're going to see that big black dot over his face, so he can't be identified as he blows the cover on as to why the NFL is fixed.
Who's going to Okay, let's move on. Who's going to score the most points?
Green Bay.
That's not a bad one. I'll go with Green Bay.
Guys, I'm going to defer till we get to the second question. Who's going to score the fewest?
Just do the most right now.
Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, New England.
That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dude, I got them at the fewest in the same game.
No, you don't have to say that right now.
But I like to be.
Shave it, bud.
Josh?
Most points.
Most points, Denver.
Frank, who do you got scoring the fewest points?
Same game, the New York Jets.
So you don't have to say the same game. Just say the team.
But it's in the same game.
So
What were the
what?
odds?
I'm going with the Jets, and I didn't pick the same game. Who do you got, Sean?
Originally, I can't believe this. The Redskins did win the game 27-24. I thought they'd score the fewest, but I got that one wrong.
Josh?
Cleveland.
There it is. That's our week picks here for week 16, right?
Yep.
Week 16.
Wow,
That's
week
right.
Freaking 16. One more week to go in the NFL. We're getting the flock out of here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. We had a blast. 1 hour commercial free. We'll be back on Monday for our 2 hours of sports journey, 6 p.m. on the east, 3 p.m. on the west. If you live in the central,
figure it out for yourself. I
Yeah, don't
need
let
you
you
got
go.
it in
I'll let you have
before
that
he
one.
got it in before Frankie. Remember, my friends, until you hear from us on Monday, don't forget life may suck, but the alternative is
Unacceptable.
there it
Amen.
is. There it is. These guys are finishing my sentence for me. They've been with me long enough. We will see you on Monday for Frank Sprankle, Josh Lopez, Sean Mann. I'm Jeff Escow. Peace out, bitches.
Bye-bye.
Hey, boy, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time? When's that?
Pretty soon. Don't worry.
Pretty soon? How long is that?